Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing 5 luxury beauty favorites that I think are definitely worth the splurge. I thought I would talk about top 5 luxury beauty products. These are products that I would wholeheartedly recommend to absolutely anyone. I think they will work for a majority of people, and they're just products that I continue to purchase. And I think a lot of the time on YouTube, I'm sure you guys are just sick of all the new releases and how everyone always claims this is like the absolute best new concealer or new powder, but then you never see that person ever use that product again, or they never go through it. It's just kind of frustrating, I think, as a viewer when someone tells you something is such a good product and then you're never seeing it ever again. And then that pattern continues. The next new concealer is the best new concealer. So I wanted to just do something that's kind of against those new beauty releases. Obviously, I'm still going to be buying new makeup and I'm going to be testing it out, but I wanted to just reflect on my collection, and I wanted to show you all the absolute best products in my collection that I have continued to repurchase over and over again. Again, once I run out of these products, I will repurchase them. So I wanted to share those today, and I did do some B-roll, like I filmed the application, so I will insert it when I'm talking about the products. The first product I want to talk about is the Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. I don't even know how many of these I've gone through. I'm going to say I've gone through at least 4 of these, which is quite substantial for a foundation product. When obviously I have a larger collection because I do film YouTube videos, and considering that, I'm pretty impressed that I've even gone through one of them. But this product is something that I use all the time. It's something that I utilize in my daily life. Like, this is just a go-to foundation because it's so easy to apply and it has a really great longevity to it. This Water Fresh Tint is definitely more of a tint product versus it actually being a foundation. I would classify this as very light coverage foundation. If you're looking for like a medium coverage foundation, you're not going to find it with this product. This is really just buildable to like a light coverage, but it makes it perfect for everyday use. I love this because this is a water-based foundation. This is a water-based foundation, so it's going to perform best with water-based skincare. If you're using oil-based skincare, that's when you're going to notice some pilling. So I did want to just mention that. But what I love about this product is that it looks like skin. This actually looks like your natural skin. So if you are looking for that no makeup vibe, if you are looking for undetectable makeup that when you're in person with someone, they're not going to be able to detect that makeup on your skin, this is the type of really flattering, skin enhancing makeup that when people see your skin, they're going to compliment your skin looking beautiful versus them complimenting your makeup looking beautiful. I even love to use this product if I'm having more breakouts. Obviously, I'm human and I sometimes break out more at certain times of the month. So I'll even use this product on a daily basis, and then I'll just spot conceal with my Clé de Peau, the concealer. And it looks so beautiful because, again, it looks really skin-like all over, and then you just go in with a little bit more coverage on any areas where you need that coverage with something that's a bit more heavy-duty, and you still get that very natural skin-like appearance. And what I really love about this foundation, like I said, this has great longevity for something that's more of a skin tint. This has this beautiful effect where it actually dries down on the skin, but even though it dries down on the skin and you don't necessarily require powder to powder it down, it still leaves you with a glowy appearance. So a lot of the time, glowy appearing foundations will also just be like, they won't dry down on the skin, they will feel dewy and they just won't ever set down. But this one does set down on the skin. This is just a holy grail product and something that I will continue to repurchase. I have drier skin, and I still think that if you have oily skin, you can get this to work. You just need to use a more mattifying primer and just go in with powder over top. But this is just one of the most beautiful foundation products ever. I did want to just mention, if you are someone who has tried that and you just cannot get it to work, I wanted to mention the Chantecaille Future Skin Gel Foundation. So I just wanted to mention this product because a lot of you guys, I know some of you are really opposed to fragrance, or you just cannot get that Chanel foundation to work for you. I wanted to mention this because this is also a water-based foundation that I feel like is a little easier to use, that it pairs better with more skincare products. And I do feel like if you have an oilier skin type, or if you're someone that just has more discoloration, this is buildable up to a medium coverage. But I honestly feel like these foundations are very similar with how they look on the skin. They give that blurring capability. They have great longevity. They are just 2 of the most beautiful foundations. So I just wanted to mention this as an alternative because I know some of you guys don't like to buy from Chanel for whatever reason. this Chantecaille is a great second place option. My next absolute favorite is this Hermes. This is the Healthy Glow Mineral Powder in the shade O2 Atlas. Now this is something that I obviously have not gone completely through, or I haven't bought a backup of it, because this is quite substantial. Like, the amount of product that you get in here is quite amazing. And this is a product I literally use every day, or sometimes even when I'm filming YouTube videos, I feel like I have to switch up the bronzer, just because I continue to use this all the time. So in my videos, I will switch it up, but in my everyday life, this is literally something that I use every single day. Even if I am going to wear an additional bronzer, I always start with this bronzer in my everyday life, and this is absolutely something I will repurchase, and I do not say that lightly, because this powder is the most expensive bronzer I have ever purchased, but it is so worth the money to me because of how gorgeous it looks on the skin. This is just one of the best powder products that I've ever tried. It is incredibly finely milled. It is silky and buttery. How it looks on the skin is impeccable. Honestly, it is impeccable, and it is so different than any other bronzer product. So there's a little swatch there, and if you can tell, you can't even really see the swatch that well on my skin because it is very close to my skin tone. It is basically one shade deeper than my chest, and what I really love about that is that it's not a high contrast bronzer. So when I apply it to my skin, it basically acts as a skin enhancer. It is very similar to like the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer product that I love to use, but this is a cream-based product. So I really love to use this powder, and these act in such a similar way where this is not going to really look like a bronzer on your skin. It's just going to look like a skin enhancer. So it's just going to subtly enhance your skin tone. It's going to beautify the skin. It's gonna make your skin just look even better without it being a detectable bronzer on your skin, which I really love because, again, it's just gonna bring that health and that glow back to your skin tone without it being like bronzer, like a very noticeable bronzer. A lot of the time with bronzers, they are formulated to be quite high contrast with the skin. Therefore, they can just look a little bit more obvious on the skin. So when we add something in between that bronzer and the foundation that we've applied to the skin, almost as a transition shade like what we use in our eyeshadow looks, it's just going to give you a better blend. It's just going to look even more natural on the skin. Even though technically you're applying more product, it will look more natural because it's just going to blend into your skin tone a little bit better. So even if I don't use a bronzer over top of this, this is kind of like a bronzer replacement because it really just does add that youth back to the skin. It adds that healthy glow back to the skin. And I love this. The finish of this is gorgeous as well. You guys know how I love a blurring powder. This is a blurring powder bronzer, which I don't really find that often in powder bronzers. So it's just beautiful. This is definitely more on the matte side. It does have an ever so slight sheen, but it's just a skin-like sheen that gives you that, like I said, that healthy glow back to your skin. The only downside I would say is that these bronzers do tend to run very warm. So if you have a very cool skin tone, these might not work for you, and I would probably recommend something different. But if you are neutral or just like slightly cool toned, or if you have a warmer skin tone, these Healthy Glow mineral powders, I don't even want to call it a bronzer because I don't think it really reflects as a bronzer. This is just hands down one of the best products, and I will continue to repurchase it as soon as I am out of this, or as soon as I hit pan, I will probably buy a backup because I just don't want to ever be without this bronzer. And again, I love to use this in the eyes as well. Like if I just want a really easy breezy look, I'm going to apply this as an eyeshadow, and it just adds that really lovely effect to the face where like everything just looks monochromatic because you've applied it to the eyes and this face, and it just makes you look so natural and healthy and beautiful. And this is just such a beautiful product that I had to include it in this list. Next on my top 5 list is going to be no surprise because it is the Peau Refining Press Powder. This is just a translucent setting powder. It is a pressed powder that Peau actually has reformulated. So this was a reformulation, and I was very nervous about the reformulation because the previous version was my holy grail pressed powder. But I am so happy that they reformulated this, and it is just as good, if not better, than the previous version, which I'm so happy about. If Peau reformulates a product, you can be pretty assured that it's going to be just as good, if not better. That Peau just does such an excellent job of creating beautifying makeup. So it's just makeup that really enhances your complexion. It's not typical makeup where we associate it with like covering the skin. Clé de Peau just does such a great job of beautifying, of enhancing your natural skin versus it being like really obvious makeup. And this is exactly what this powder does. It is just going to slightly mattify the skin, but it's going to add this beautiful filtered effect over the skin where your skin literally looks like you've put an Instagram filter on it. It creates this beautiful soft focus effect. And I really love this powder because it's not going to alter your foundation or any products that you've applied underneath. Sometimes with other powders, if they have a little bit of a tint to them, it is going to alter the appearance of the foundation of any products you put over top. It's going to add a little bit of coverage. It's going to add a little bit of color. But I love this because it's not going to alter anything that I've applied. It's not going to alter the color of my blush, or again, it's not going to add any coverage. It's just going to refine the look of pores or any texture that you have on the skin and make everything look, it's gonna look perfect, but not in that it's adding coverage. It's gonna look perfect in that it adds that blurring, soft focus quality. And it's just truly one of the best powders. And I have to thank my mom for this find because my mom actually recommended this to me, the old formula. And ever since, I've just been blown away by how gorgeous this is. It is incredibly, incredibly finely milled. It is lightweight. It is really lovely. If you have a darker complexion, I would love to hear from you if this works for you. I would love to see them release this in like a deeper translucent shade because obviously a translucent powder isn't going to work for absolutely everyone. So I would just really like to see that from Clé de Peau. I would like to see more shade offerings, but I would love to hear from you if you do have a deeper tone. Please let me know how this works for you. But I love this, and I have gone through one of them because I went through the previous version, and I have bought this, and I have already hit pan on this, and I will absolutely repurchase this product once I go through it. I love it that much. Moving away from the complexion, this is the Chantecaille Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara in the shade Black. Another request, if anyone from Chantecaille is watching, I would love to see this in a brown version because I love brown mascara. It just looks a little bit more natural on an everyday basis. But besides the point, this mascara is absolutely fabulous. I have previously stated that I didn't think it was necessarily worth the money, but as I have, so I used to use Latisse on my lashes, but I noticed it was giving me dark under eye circles. If you've heard, that is actually a cause, it can cause that. So I decided to stop using it. And ever since I've stopped using it, I have noticed that some mascaras can make my lashes look worse, especially if I'm not using an eyelash growth serum. But this mascara is a game changer because it actually has peptides in it that are going to help lengthen and strengthen the lashes. And I actually have noticed a difference, especially because I have stopped using Latisse. If I didn't stop using Latisse, I don't know if I would have noticed that difference, but I think my lashes still look pretty great considering I'm no longer using an eyelash serum. And it's not like I just stopped. I have discontinued Latisse. It has been over 6 months, so it has been quite a while since I've used it. And I think that this is actually showing how good this mascara is. Not only that though, this mascara is just beautiful on its own. Like, look at the length and volume of my lashes, and I have just applied one coat of mascara. This is just really great as an everyday mascara, and I really like it because it gives me that length and volume without it looking spidery. You can really build up this mascara and get quite a more dramatic look. Obviously, I'm wearing absolutely no eyeshadow today, so I'm going for a softer look. So I just decided to apply one coat of mascara. But this is just a beautiful mascara. It never flakes, it never smudges, it has great longevity. I don't think I would recommend picking it up at full price though, that's the one thing. Chantecaille does a lot of sales throughout the year, so I would honestly wait until a sale and I would stock up on mascara. That is what I do. I wait until there's a sale and I buy like 3 of these so that I know that I am good to go throughout the year. And that is what I'd recommend because it is a very pricey mascara. If you're in Canada especially, it's like $100, which is wild. But because I am someone that like, if I'm just going to wear eye makeup, it's probably just going to be mascara, maybe one eyeshadow. And so having my lashes look amazing is just something that's really important to me in a makeup look. That might not be important to you, but to me it is. And so having a mascara that performs this well, but that also leaves my lashes feeling good the next day, that's just something that's important to me. I want my lashes to feel healthy once I remove that mascara. And a lot of that time, that's not going to happen, especially with more waterproof mascaras. They just rip out my eyelashes, but this never does. This is very gentle to remove. Even though, like I said, it has great longevity, it doesn't fade or smudge or anything. it does come off easy. Like you're not going to be scrubbing at your eyes at the end of the day. And I love this mascara. I love how it looks. It is just one of the most beautiful mascaras on the market. So I do think that this is a lovely product, and it is something that I have continued to repurchase, even though it is so pricey. I love this. It is absolutely beautiful. And the last product I wanted to recommend is a lip product. This is the YSL Candy Glaze in the shade 02. I don't know if it has an actual name, but this is basically a clear lip balm. And I know that might seem mighty silly to spend so much money on like basically a clear lip balm, but it is so much more than a clear lip balm. It is just, it's so hard to explain unless you actually try it on your lips, but it has like, it is a balmy consistency. It is a bit of a thicker formula. It is very, it almost has a tack to it. And because of that thick formula, it hugs over your lips and it fills in any lip lines. Like if you're someone that has those dry lips, like, you know, you can get like little lip lines. This will actually fill that in and make everything look really smooth because of how just thick and occlusive this formula is. It feels so hydrating. And even though it is more of a lip balm formula, it stays hydrated quite a long time. Like once this fades away, my lips actually feel so much better. It feels like I've had a lip mask on at night and my lips just feel so much better after wearing this product all day long. I love to touch up with this. Obviously, it's going to be so easy to touch up with because it's basically just like a clear base. It's not quite clear. It has like an ever so slight pink hint to it, but it's not pink in those pH adjusting ways. I do not like pH adjusting because they turn literally bright pink on my lips. So this is not like pH adjusting or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. But it is quite, I don't want to say sticky, but it is more of a tacky formula. But I really like that because it just hugs the lips and it provides so much hydration and so much comfort. I really like to apply this on its own as I did today, or you can wear it on top of any lip products just to add a bit of shine, a bit of gloss. But it's not too high shine where it looks like you've just taken like a sip of water and you have, I don't know, like it's all, you're drooling or something. You have like saliva on your mouth. It's not that kind of wet shine. It just gives you a beautiful shine that's very comfortable. I can't say enough about this, and I have gone through one full tube of this, and I have bought in this as a backup. I've also bought different colors. This actually comes in different shades, and I also have the shade number 15, Showcasing Nude, which is just a beautiful nude shade. It definitely leans more on the brown side. I would love to see them come out with like some more nudie pink tones because a lot of them are very like brown toned, which it's just not my favorite look on myself personally, but they do come in other shades. They come in like a brighter like fuchsia shades or like more orangey coral shades. But I just love the clear one because it is so much more than just a clear lip balm. It just feels like this packaging is so luxurious and it feels special when you use it as well. I love to just pop this in my makeup bag, in my purse throughout the day and touch up. It just is such a good product. And I can't recommend this enough. Again, I will continue to repurchase this. Once I am through with this one, I will absolutely rebuy it because it is just a holy grail product at this point. There is nothing better than this. And I have tried lots of lip products, lots of lip balm, lots of lip balms and lip glosses. And this is like a hybrid between a lip balm and a lip gloss with how it applies on the lips. It's like, it starts out hard, and when you apply it onto your lips, it melts down onto your lips. So it's just such a unique formula. Even though you wouldn't feel like this sort of product could be unique, it is unique. And trust me, once you try it, you won't go back. It is so, so good. But those are my top 5 luxury beauty products that I think are worth the splurge and that I will absolutely continue to rebuy over and over. These are old faithfuls. These are old favorites that just continue to impress me as I use them continually over the years. These are just products that, again, they do stand the test of time because no matter what new makeup products I am trying, I am continually going to repurchase these products because that is how good they are. They are absolutely holy grails and they are the best of the best. I would love to hear from you. Please let me know your top 5 luxury beauty favorites. Just 5 favorites that you continually pull for or that you will absolutely repurchase once you are done with them. I would love to hear from you and keep the conversation going. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you like it, and I'll see you in my next video.